This your boy Brandon. Yeah, that's right. The coolest YouTuber ever. And I'm back with another video. And I know y'all read that title. It's about to be a show. I got the Surface Pro versus the Apple Magic Keyboard. If y'all ready, I'm ready. Let's go. All right, I'm back, and I just want to go over some key differences, between the Surface Pro and the Apple Magic Keyboard. I mean, it's a lot of similarities, but of course there's a lot of differences. And because a lot of people keep asking me, if I was a college student, since I have my own business, which one do I prefer? Which one is the better typing experience? Which one is just better for traveling, better for if you had a coffee table, or, just which one is better for an everyday, consumer, that may be, like I say, a college student or maybe running a business. And, or who just somebody who uses a laptop, or they need to be active with their device, So one thing I want to say is, with the Surface, it's a full-fledged computer. I mean, you can put it into the tablet mode, of course, and do like this and go to different stuff and, do different things like that. But for the most part, this thing is a laptop. It's a great laptop, not a great tablet. So, and use this thing in a minute, really. Now, of course, with the iPad, it's a great tablet. Let me cut the light down so you can't see that much. Yeah, it's a great tablet and a great laptop replacement at the same time, especially, if that's what you're using it for, you got to get the Magic Keyboard. If you just want an iPad, just a tablet, then you don't need the Magic Keyboard. But once you starting to get into the Surface territory of a laptop kind of experience, then you got to get the Magic Keyboard. And if you can see, let me see. Let me turn this up. Where's the auto brightness not working on here yet? Oh, okay. No, that's on this. The auto brightness is on here. There we go. Can you see it? I don't know if y'all can even see that, but the brightness on here works. For whatever reason, the auto brightness seems to work better on here than it does on the Surface. And especially, it works better on here than it did on the Logitech Folio Touch. But one thing I do like about both is they're not too heavy, and they're perfect for traveling. They're perfect for going to the coffee, going to get coffee. You're going to a friend's house and you need to do some work. You're going to school on your desk. They both is perfect for that. Even though this, if you can see this, let me move this out the way. If you see this takes up a lot. This hinge takes up a lot of space on the desk. You can kind of sit a lot like this, but for the most part, average person probably about right here, and it takes up a lot of room. But with your Apple Magic Keyboard, it don't really take up no room because it ain't no hinge on the back. That's another thing to think about is when you put both of these on the desk, actual laptop. Even if you didn't get the Surface, you got an actual laptop. How big it is, the weight of it, and this weight is not heavy at all. To me, this is the perfect thing for college students. But at the same time, it just depends on, as a college student, what are you doing? Because if you need professional programs, like the actual Microsoft Word, then you want to go with a Surface. This thing, I've been having it over a year, and it still works great. It's not like the normal PC where you got, the bugs and it's slow down. And for whatever reason, this Surface Pro works great. This is the 6, and it works great. It works absolutely great. And of course, the iPad worked great, and they got a lot of apps, millions of apps, you can use, but professional apps, it still is not able to compete with the actual laptop. So it just depends on what you do in your everyday life. If you just need something to type some papers out real quick, then I would go with the iPad Pro. The iPad Pro and a Magic Keyboard. You just type some papers out real quick, doing a quick presentation, surfing the web, just writing up some quick documents. This will get the job done every single time. Plus, like I say, once you take this off and this experience, you know, this is the smart cover buddy, I want to say. If you ain't see that, you can check out my last video that goes with the iPad, the Apple Magic Keyboard. But this is the perfect tablet laptop alternative, where this is the perfect laptop, but not a great tablet experience. The tablet experience on here is not good at all. But the battery life on here, even though this is a full-fledged computer, seem to be pretty good. Y'all know what the iPad is. Even with the Magic Keyboard, still get you 10 to 12 hours. Easy, depending on how you use it. If you're just surfing the web, writing a couple of papers, might get you a whole day. This, you know, because it does a lot more, probably a good 10 hours, at least 8 to 10 hours. You know, that's the normal what I get on here. But one thing I like about here is, about the Surface, is you can use real programs, like I said. So I use real Photoshop on here. I really edit a lot of my thumbnails before I got the Mac. I was editing all my thumbnails right on here. And even though that Apple, you know, iOS or whatever, did get the Photoshop on here, it's still not the same as having a real computer, you know. But I was just getting so many comments just asking me to compare these two, because this now is technically a kind of a direct competitor to this, because of this experience. It's like having a little MacBook with iOS though. You know, if this had real Mac apps, this would be out of business. If this had Mac apps, it wouldn't be a use for Microsoft at all. Windows at all, be pointless. But even though this is, you know, still a bigger iPhone experience, you know, even though iPad OS, you know, it got better, you know, it got better. And I'm running iOS 14, if you didn't know. It works pretty good. But yeah, I just like the portability to this, and having the extra USB, you know, C to charge it, and have that free so you can put flash drives and stuff like that in here is great. So far, I have no complaints over the Magic Keyboard. People was asking me in the comments, do I miss the Logitech, you know, Folio Touch? And I got an actual video explaining that and everything coming up. Probably next video after this is the video of do I miss the Logitech Folio Touch. So stay tuned for that video. But just to get back to comparing this, even the trackpad, I still, even though this is smaller, I still like this trackpad better. But this is nothing wrong with this at all. But this does, since it does, you see how you can't click up here, kind of remind me of that Folio Touch. But here, you could click anywhere on that. That's genius. Even like I say, even though it's smaller, it is great to have it. It is a great thing to have, is this trackpad, this keyboard. The key travel on here is better than the Surface to me, but the Surface is still great. The Surface has so many things that's good for it. If I was to recommend, like if you was to ask me what is a great computer to get for college students or just people who want something, you know, not like an actual big old laptop, I would definitely say the Surface, because it's just so portable. It doesn't lag like the normal PC does. And it's just it's been a great experience. It's been over a year. I've never had a PC that lasted really over a year without me having to add more memory or, you know, get it fixed or viruses and nothing. I've never had a virus on here. So this is something I can definitely recommend. Even though I love Apple, and I have my iMac that I use every single day. But before I bought this $2,000 computer, I was using this every day. And I think I paid, when it first came out, $6 or $7.99. I don't know, with the keyboard, and then I got the pen cheap. And the pen is good too. I love this. Like, you can even launch applications on here just by clicking a button. Let's see which one I got. The double click, yeah. Double that, or single click and bring up the sticky notes. That's all from this one button. So I definitely love, I ain't opening it up. Still love my Surface Pro. But if I had to choose, and I keep forgetting this touchscreen sometimes too, but if I had to choose between the two, like I say, it really just depends on what you are doing, what your everyday use is. If your everyday use is writing up papers on Microsoft Word, using Photoshop, using like Premiere Pro, stuff like that, like actual heavy, intense programs, you got to go with the full-fledged, computer. But if you don't use that and you used to iOS and ecosystem, because for me, this is everything. I record all my videos on my phone, and then I use AirDrop and share it to either here, to maybe do something on here, like maybe use some iMovie. If I'm not around my computer and I want to edit on a bigger screen, I use iMovie on here. So I shoot it on here and then edit it on here. For me, that's great. Sometimes I even shot a few videos off the iPad. That's how good the camera is. Like, you really don't know the difference between the two. You can't shoot nothing off this. These cameras are horrible, but these cameras, you can shoot videos. You don't need $1,000 camera to shoot YouTube videos or whatever videos you're doing. You just got to change different settings. Like me, I shoot in 60 frames per second. I still using 1080p, haven't reached the 4K yet, had a need to, but with this iPad, you can do everything. You can shoot your entire YouTube videos on here, edit them on here, and everything. That's why I say this is perfect. As far as if you used to Apple, but if you still used to PC, me, I was using this before I was using this. Even though I always had an iPad, I was still using this for thumbnails. I wasn't editing on here. Or was I? Was I editing on here? No, I was editing on my phone. iMovie off my phone, but I was using like Lightroom to do pictures and Photoshop. This was my everyday computer for the last year. It was pretty much all the last year and the year before. Actually, I got this in 2018, I believe. So almost 2 years that I pretty much had this, and it still works great. So I recommend this if you need heavy, intense programming. It's still a great typing experience. It's just not a good tablet, Like I said, if you want to really watch media, that's what you're doing on here, is watching media, watching YouTube. I don't really care for this too much because it's just Windows. I don't know what Windows have done, but with this, I think this is the full-fledged package. As long as you don't need those programs, this is a full-fledged package. And for the most part, people, even the Microsoft Word on here, I don't know if I have it installed because I don't use it. My wife does. But even if you need Microsoft Word on here, it still works great. This is not the full-fledged Microsoft Word like on here. So, but everything else, you can do everything else. You can listen to music, you can multitask. Multitasking on here is better than on here. Even though Android has one of the best multitasking, iOS is still better than this for split screen and stuff like that. You can snap windows and stuff on here, but I just, ever since I got this Magic Keyboard, I think it changed the way I look at laptops completely. Because now that you can stick something here. Let me see if I got something I can stick in here movie-wise. Let's see. I don't know if there's no movies on here, but we'll have to find out. But just like I can stick that in there. Now you used to couldn't do that. So let's see, 128 gigs. I don't know if I got no movies in on here. I don't want to get copyright anyway. Now I got no movies on here. I got some music. But anyway, the point is, let me see if it plays it. Yeah. Some free YouTube music. But my point is, now that you can do flash drives, store movies, store your files, store music, whatever you want on here, it's hard to say go out and get you a Surface or a PC. Because this thing, let me take this out. This thing now, and you don't even have to unmount this. Like on here, I got to unmount. If I hook this to this, I got to unmount it and all that. Take 20, 30 seconds of your life. Here, the way Apple got it, you can just take it out. But I don't know. I definitely would recommend an iPad almost now with this Magic Keyboard versus anything else. It's really changed even though it's expensive, just everything to it has really changed my entire view and my opinion on laptops. I never thought iOS would make me, I haven't even used this for anything at all. Now, I edit on my iMac because it's just a bigger screen, but I don't even use this at all no more. It just sits. I haven't used it, like really did anything on it in about 6 to 7 months. But you see it still worked great. Everything, you could still launch stuff. It's still pretty quick. It's responsive. So I still like it. But if you need a PC, if that's what you need a PC, I 100% recommend the Surface. And you don't even need to spend the money to get the new Surface Pro 7. I would get the Surface Pro 6 because it works good. You still get your updates and it works great. So if that's what you're looking for, a PC for school, for your business, just to, do papers and stuff like that, I recommend this 100%. But if you don't need the other things that, an actual PC offers, this is it. With this Magic Keyboard, I know it's expensive, like I keep saying, everybody knows it's expensive, but it's worth it. If you type in, the typing experience on here is amazing. It feels like I'm on a MacBook. And this trackpad, there is no trackpad for tablet that's better than this, for iPad or Android or anything that's better than this experience. It's nut. And I love this whole floating design, and I thought the angles wasn't gonna be good. It's perfect. It's perfect for me. You got great cameras, great speakers. It's light, beautiful screen, just everything. Like the face thing, I'm behind the actual camera thing. It still picks me up. Like this is 100%. I recommend this if you don't need those programs or you don't need an actual PC. If that's not in your actual life that you use those type of apps, 100% get the Magic Keyboard, get the iPad. Now, would I recommend the iPad 12.9 or this one? The keyboard experience is better on the big one, but it's heavier. It's so big. It depends what you're doing. Me, I like to use this at nighttime in the bed. When I don't want to turn the iMac on. We're at this desk right here, and it's just the perfect size. Because if you've seen any of my previous videos, I talk about having the 12.9, the 2018 12.9 iPad Pro, and I had this Magic Keyboard for it. And it was too heavy, and it was too big. Like, it's already top heavy. So if you're in the bed, this thing will flip over on you. On your lap, or you got in a chair or something like that, it'll flip over. But this is like the sweet spot. This is definitely the sweet spot. It's not too small. It's 11 inches. The other one is 12.9. So it's not too small. It's not too big. It is the perfect size, like pretty much laptop replacement is this. It charges fast. The battery life lasts long. Great speakers, great camera, great screen. I mean, y'all know, how the iPad is. And 120 hertz. This is 60. So this is a better screen than this one. It's just everything about this is better than that. Unless, I'm going to say it one more time, unless you have to have, those professional programs, then you have no choice but to get, either a MacBook or Windows PC. And would I prefer a MacBook over PC? 100% MacBook. I'm just an Apple person. Everything that is in my house that I use every day has to do with Apple. So, but if you're a PC person, that's what you do. I wouldn't go get a Chromebook or nothing like that. Surface. This hinge, this is amazing. You can put a memory card in here, get you this pen for writing, and it works great. Like I say, if this what you need is a PC, this is the one I recommend. 100%, say it again, 100%, that's what I recommend. But for me, and I think most people now can get away with this. Definitely. Everybody keeps saying the money is expensive, but it's worth it. Once you get it, people just read the comments. Read the comments from any of my videos that I talk about this in. People had the Logitech Folio Touch keyboard, even including myself, and I returned it. And a lot of people did return it, or a lot of people wish they returned it because it's buggy and glitchy. But this, I can't say anything bad about it besides the price. Other than that, it works perfect. Perfect. No updates needed, no software, nothing, no bugs, no glitches. This works. I can't recommend this more over the Logitech Folio, over the Bridge Pro Plus, over anything. I'll recommend this over anything, as long as you don't need those professional apps. That's okay. That's the last time I'm gonna say that, but yeah. And it's half the size. This is 12.3, I think, so it's closer to the iPad Pro 12.9. But let me see the difference. Size. See the difference in size. And this do everything. It's a complete difference. So at a coffee shop or something, at school on your desk, I just think this is perfect. So yeah, if you guys got any more questions or anything else you want me to compare between these two, anything you want to ask me, leave a comment and let's have a discussion, If it's something I left out that you want to, you know, you wonder, does this do that this doesn't do, or vice versa, you know, like I say, just leave a comment, let me know, and I get back to you guys. I answer every comment that I see, you know, try my best to. But I'm on the road to 1,000. If you could do me a huge favor, it doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that subscribe button. You ain't got to hit it hard. You can just gently tap it. Yeah, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up on the video. It's truly appreciated. I truly appreciate each and every person who comment, who like, who watch my videos. It means everything to me. I love doing this, you know, this tech. I love just being a YouTuber. It's something that I didn't think I was gonna want to do, but now that I'm doing it, I can't stop. That's why I try to bring you videos, if not every day, every other day. So if you want videos every day, let me know. Leave a comment. I drop a video every single day. You know, if you guys gonna support it, I'm gonna drop a video every day. But thank you guys for watching. I love you. This is Brandon, the coolest YouTuber ever, signing off. Till another one. Peace. Make sure you like.
Make sure you comment.
And hit that subscribe button to join B&M gang.